The forecast looks on track, and it looks like all systems are go for a major winter storm around here Friday night, and into Saturday. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for clicking onto my Weather Extra. It is worth mentioning the storm hasn't formed yet. It's going to do that tomorrow. Its exact track and intensity will ultimately determine how much snow we get, how much wind we get, and how long the snow is going to stick around. It's also worth mentioning, though, that all the data I'm looking at today is indicating or pointing towards a sizable storm forming and affecting southern and northern New England. Of course, 35 years ago today, it was a different blizzard. Who remembers that one? It was the Great Blizzard of 1978. This is some video from Camp Ellis and Old Orchard Beach. That storm was the demise of the end of the pier over at Old Orchard Beach. Incredible snowfall rates, incredible snowfall amounts, not only here in northern New England, more so down in southern New England. A lot of coastal flooding involved in that storm as well. This is some of that video from WGME News 13. You can check out the full story on that from 1978 on my page on Facebook. I posted that a little bit earlier in the day, but I got the year mixed up, or the years mixed up. I said 34 years ago. It was actually 35 years ago. Regardless, we have a storm on the way in 2 days. Let's focus in on that one. Now, the storm hasn't formed yet, and all the players are on the field. You have a batch of energy up in here. You have another guy down in here. These guys are going to get organized out in here and strengthen as it moves south of Cape Cod and east of Cape Cod late Friday night, and into Saturday. Notice how that two systems sort of merge and intensify late in the day on Friday off the Chesapeake Bay. Now, it's during this period late Friday. It's going to stop. It's going to run over to Ray Lewis's house in Baltimore. It's going to take some deer antler spray, and it's really going to get juiced up as it surges north. All the forecast model guidance we were looking at over the last couple of days, they've been a little bit in disagreement, especially earlier in the week, but now they're in very good agreement. So let's take a look at some of those forecast models. This is the North American model. Notice how the two systems come together. There they are right there, and then intensify to a major storm. Talk about a model on steroids. It was this 12Z run, or the one initialized at 7 o'clock this morning, that was real intense. I expect it to back off a little bit with the late night runs tonight, but regardless, the major difference between today's forecast and yesterday's forecast, I think, is duration. It now looks like the snow is going to stick around at least through midday on Saturday and possibly through early afternoon. So a little bit longer duration. It just is a very slow mover as it continues to intensify. This is the GFS model. Notice the two separate batches of energy sort of getting together and forming a much larger storm. Not quite as intense as that North American model initialized this morning, and not quite as intense as the European model. This is the European model as well. An incredible storm developing just south and east of Nantucket and Cape Cod, and basically stops there and just hangs out and slowly moves away on Saturday. So again, forecast modeling is in very good agreement, but again, we're still we're still 2 days away from the main event, so I'd urge folks to stay tuned to the forecast. Based on my forecast today, it looks like most areas will get between 1 and 2 feet of snow out of this one, and there could be a few spots that get higher amounts. But again, the storm hasn't formed yet. I want to urge folks to stay tuned in the coming days. I'll have more information tonight coming in, and Craig will have more information tomorrow. There's that bullseye. Heaviest amounts of precipitation should occur over southern Maine and more so down in southern New England. That's that North American model I was telling you about this morning. That was on steroids. Not quite as intense with the GFS model, probably a little bit more realistic. This one is the European model, a little bit stronger than the GFS as far as the intensity and the precipitation associated with it, close to 2 inches of liquid, which would fluff up to probably around 2 feet of snow. Here in southern Maine. This is the Japanese model. Notice very similar. The reason I'm showing you these, notice how similar these models are. So again, very good agreement. This is the Canadian model right in there. All right, now to the timing of this whole event. Let's zoom in now to Storm Tracker. Tomorrow's a nice day. That's one thing I've really overlooked in this forecast here. Tomorrow's going to be great. Let's enjoy tomorrow, right? Before we get into the snow on Friday. We have winter storm watches out for late Thursday night through Friday and through Saturday morning. Blizzard watches have been issued to our south, and based on my forecasts today, I think we will see blizzard warnings issued even here in Maine. So that's something we need to watch, and the time frame for that will be Friday night and Saturday morning. This is 7 o'clock Thursday. Notice some sun returning in the morning. In fact, tomorrow's going to be a nice day. Just a few increase in clouds during the afternoon. This is about 1:45. Temps look cool, though. First ingredient you need for a big snowstorm, it's cold air. We're going to have that. Temps in the teens to near 20. Yeah, no problems on Thursday. It's late tomorrow night, and more so during the pre-dawn hours on Friday. We'll see light snow developing, and I think initially we're going to see primarily light snow. In fact, that continues through the morning Friday, and the snow ramps up in intensity late Friday, more so during the evening hours into the overnight, and the wind will pick up during that period as well as the storm intensifies south of us. This is 6 o'clock in the evening. Your evening commute looks to be a lot worse than your morning commute on Friday. Notice temps look cold enough to support snow. Now, storm trackers insistent upon bringing some sleet in. I don't think that's the case. Even aloft, temperatures should be cold enough to support snow. And if anything, temps will actually be cooling during the day on Saturday. This is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Notice how the snow is sticking around. Again, that's the major difference between yesterday's forecast and today's forecast. Based on today's information, it looks like the snow may actually stick around at least through midday on Saturday and slowly release its grip on us very late in the day. Sunday's the day we can dig out. An early estimate on numbers, probably about a foot to 2 feet for many towns, lighter amounts to the north, and some towns over southern Maine could get slightly higher amounts there. So again, we're probably going to play with these numbers a little bit because we're still 2 days out from the main event here. I'll have new information coming in tonight at 11, and Craig's going to have new information coming in first thing tomorrow morning. A nice day tomorrow. Light snow develops Friday morning. Worst of the storm probably should be Friday night or Friday evening, Friday night, and into Saturday morning. It's during that period the wind will become quite strong. We could see wind gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour if it takes the track and intensity that I think it will. Therefore, significant blowing and drifting is expected, especially early Saturday morning. Sunday's the day to dig out. Just some showers, even a period of light mix and rain possible on Monday. I don't think it's a big deal, though a slight warm-up is followed by a big cool down. Again, I'd urge folks to stay tuned to the forecast over the next couple of days around here. We'll have new information coming in, and I'll have the latest information, of course, coming up on News 13 at 11 tonight. Have a nice night.